Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called Birding for Babies, a numbers book by Chloe Goodhart, illustrated by Gareth Lucas. If you've ever wondered about birds in your backyard, look no further than this book, where you'll find out about 10 different species of birds that are often found in people's backyards. As you're going through, you have cute rhyming blocks of text that tell you a little bit about the birds, and then you also have an illustration to go with it and a fun fact about that bird in case you're not familiar with them. So while this says Birding for Babies, the text is much longer than you might expect for a book for babies. However, they will appreciate looking at the illustrations and examining the birds in their environment, especially if they find ones that are similar to what's shown in the book. So as you go through, each page has a lovely illustration of the bird that is featured in the poem. You have lines of text that rhyme and have a really lovely meter, and then you also have a fact about that animal as well. So you have lots of elements here coming together, which is actually great for growing with your little one. So little babies, you might just count the birds on the page and talk about them a little. And as they get older, you can start working in the longer bits of text. You can start talking about the facts of those birds. So there's ways to augment this book as your child grows as well. And while these animals are not always found in every single backyard, there's opportunity there to discuss the similarities and differences of the birds that are on the pages. And while some of them may be more familiar than others, there are some words and vocabulary in here that are great for even older readers who love birds to internalize and to become more familiar with. So as you can see, there's really rich color on each of these pages. This particular edition has strong pages. They're not board pages, but they are thicker than most, so they'll stand up to some abuse. And also there's just a lot of lovely details and imagery in this book. So whether your little one is learning to count, is getting more familiar with birds in general or specifically, or starting to get more into the idea of a nonfiction title, this can be a really fun choice, especially because of its visual appeal and also the joy it is to be read aloud. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.